Hello everybody, how are things going? Is everything okay? Okay, well, let's start our lesson for today. It's in Smile 2, Unit 3, Lesson 5. Okay, look at the screen here. What can you see in this picture here? Yes, we can see a boy and two girls. Okay, one of the girl is Magda, which is that girl who is wearing the scarf. This is Magda when she was a child. Magda is going to tell you about her helping to her father when she was a child with her brother and sister. Okay? Okay. Now we are going to listen to Magda. She is saying to you, hello, I am Magda, and she is going to tell you how she and her brother and sister helped her father in his farm in order to pick cotton in their farm. Okay? So this lesson had the title Picking Cotton in Sudan. Let's see what is she going to tell you. Okay? When you listen to Magda, I'd like you to focus on the sentences that you are going to read and then put them in the correct order according to the listening. Okay? According to the listening. Okay? Now, listen. I ask you to listen in order to put the sentences in the correct order. What are the sentences? Here you find the sentences, 8 sentences from 1 to 8. Let's read the sentences together. Okay, 1. We worked until it was dark. When we finished, we emptied the cotton. I picked cotton and put it into a big sack. 4. At 12 o'clock, we stopped and rested. 5. This story happened during my school holiday. Each day, I picked lots of cotton. We helped my dad to pick cotton. We walked to the cotton fields early in the morning. So, we are going to put these sentences in the right order according to the listening. Okay? Now, listen. Okay. These are the sentences according to the listening. A is number 5. This story happened during my school holiday. B is number 7. We helped my dad to pick cotton. C, number 8. We walked to the cotton fields early in the morning. D is number 3. I picked cotton and put it into a big sack. E is number 4. At 12 o'clock, we stopped and rested. F is number 1. We worked until it was dark. H is number 6. Each day, I picked lots of cotton. Okay? Well done. Now, let's see these statements from A to H. This story happened during my school holiday. We helped my dad to pick cotton. We walked to the cotton fields early in the morning. I picked cotton and put it into a big sack. At 12 o'clock, we stopped and rested. We worked until it was dark. When we finished, we emptied the cotton. Each day, I picked lots of cotton. Okay. Now, let's see this activity. Okay? Write the past form of these verbs. Let's see what are these verbs. Okay, we have 7 verbs. Help, walk, finish, work, live, is, go. Let's see what are the past form of these verbs. For number 1, help is helped. Helped. Good. Well done. Let's see. Number 2, walked. Walked. Number 3, finish. Finished. Work. Number 4, worked. What do you notice here when we form the past form of these verbs? Look at the letters with this different color, with the yellow color. Yes, you're right. These are E and D. So here we add ED to make the past form of these verbs. Let's see how can we make or give the past form of live. So only D here we added. So because the verb here ends with E. From here we can get the rule for giving the past form of the verb by adding ED to the verb. If the verb ends with E, we add D. As usual, as we tell you, English has exceptions because sometimes we don't follow the rules. Let's see what the past form of is. As you know, the past of is was. So here we don't follow the rule. We don't add ED or D. What's the past form of go? Yes, excellent. It's went. Excellent, well done. Let's move to the next activity, which is activity 2. Change the sentences to the past tense. Say them, okay? Let's see what are the sentences. A, I helped my mother to clean the house. That means I always help my mother, okay? If I want to make the sentence in the past form, we are going to start with the word last. Last week, that means this thing happened in the past and finished. That's why we are going to use the past form of the verb help. So it will be, last week I helped my mother to clean the house. Okay? So number 1 is done for you as an example. Let's move to B. We walk to school in the morning. You are going to start with on last Sunday. So which verb here you are going to change into the past form? Yes, you're right, it's walk. And the past form of walk is walked. Let's move to C. My dad finishes work at 3 o'clock. We're going to use yesterday. Yesterday, not today, yesterday. So we're going to change the verb finishes to finished. Finished. Good. D. I always work from 8 to 4. So we're going to start with last year, not this year. Last year, and we're going to change the verb work into the past form, which is worked. We live in a big house in Bauga. We start with 5 years ago. Before 5 years, we live where? We lived in a big house in Bauga. Okay, let's have your answers together. Yes, good. Last week, I helped my mother to clean the house. So we change help into help. Let's see. B. We walk to school in the morning. This is the first one. We are going to start with on last Sunday, we walk to school in the morning. Good, well done. Let's see the next sentence. My dad finishes work at 3 o'clock. Let's see your answers here. Yesterday, my dad finished work at 3 o'clock. D, I always work from 8 to 4. So here we use present. Let's start with last year. Last year, I always worked from 8 to 4. Let's move to E. We live in a big house in Bauga. So we start with 5 years ago. So here we need to change the verb from live to lived. We lived in a big house in Bauga. That means nowadays we don't live in Bauga. Okay? Well done. Let's move to the first activity in your activity books. It's A. Here I would like you to write sentences about Magda. Make use of these pictures. Now, let us start our activities in your activity books. As usual, we have activities in the pupils book and in the activity book. Unit 3, lesson 5. Activity A. Here we have pictures. These pictures about Magda and her family when they helped their father in picking cotton from his field. So, I'd like you to write sentences about Magda making use of these pictures. Let's have picture 1 as an example. Here we see Magda, her brother and her sister. So, Magda, her brother and her sister helped their father to pick cotton. Look at picture 2. Can you write any sentence here to describe this picture? Of course you can. Let's see. The family walked. The family walked to the fields in the early morning. Good. Look at picture 3. Here, what can you see in this picture? Yes, you can see Magda. Let's see your answer for this picture. Magda picked cotton and put it into a big sack. Let's move to number 4. Look at 4. Here we can see that Magda and her family stopped at 12 o'clock and rested under the tree. And 5, Magda and her family picked cotton until it was dark. Let's move to 6. Magda picked a lot of cotton each day. So, 6 March, this picture, Magda picked a lot of cotton each day, and Magda and her family picked cotton until it was dark. This describes picture 4. And for 6, Magda and her family stopped at 12 o'clock and rested under a tree. Okay, let's move to activity B. Read to your partner, then write an answer. In this activity, you are going to work in pairs. Number 1 is going to read, and number 2 is going to listen. And then you change roles. 2 is going to read, and 1 is going to listen. After finishing reading together, you are going to read question 1. Where was the first place cotton growing started in Sudan? After finishing writing, you are going to read, and you think of any one of the sentences, and you make use of this sentence in order to write a question about this sentence. So it will be the answer of your question. You write your question here in number 2, and then you give your book to your partner. Your partner is going to read your question and then answer it here in 3. Okay? Now let us start together. Cotton growing in Sudan first started in the east of Sudan in 1860. This was near the Baraka River and the town of Tokar. In 1905, cotton growing started in Zidab in the north of Sudan. Cotton growing also moved to Jazeera in the middle of Sudan in 1924. Let's read question 1 together. Where was the first place cotton growing started in Sudan? Look at the passage to find the answer. Okay? Your answer is cotton growing first started in Tokar in the east of Sudan. You're right. This is the correct answer for this question. Now, I'd like you to write your questions in number 2. Okay? Now, let's have an example of your questions. When did cotton growing start in Zaydab? When? Let's see. Your partner's answer for this question is in 1905. Okay? By this activity, we finished this lesson. I hope that everybody will enjoy and benefit from this lesson. Thank you very much for your attendance, and goodbye. Hello everybody, this is Iman Abdullah Idris. I'm an English language teacher in Ali Abersi Basic Level School. Today, inshallah, I am going to teach you some lessons from Smile series. Let's start our lesson, the first lesson. This is Unit 3, Lesson 4. This unit dealing with clothes. Let's see what do we have in this lesson. Okay. Okay. These are gloves. We wear gloves on our hands to protect us when the weather is cold. So, gloves. All of you say gloves. Good. This is a pair of sandals. A pair of sandals. We wear these sandals when the weather is hot. Sandals. Say sandals. Good? Well done. What can you see here in this picture? We can see a bus and some pupils inside. So it's a school bus and they are going to have a trip. As you see, it is written in Arabic, rihla. Good? All of you, trip. Trip also means a journey. Also, it means a picnic. So these three words have the same meaning, which is rihla, trip, journey, and a picnic. All of you, trip, trip. Here in this picture, we can see a big bag, and inside this bag, we can see lots of things. Clothes, a comb, and a bag. So these things are needed for somebody who is going to travel. So he packs or she packs things that they need. So pack means to put things that you need in a bag when you want to travel. Pack. All of you say pack. Good. Look at this picture. Here we can see the sun, a tree, some grass, and also we can see butterflies. Okay, so what is the weather like here in this picture? It's sunny because the sun is shining. So the weather is sunny. All of you say sunny. Yes, sunny. Okay. Here also we can see a picture. In this picture, we can see lots of snow. So the weather is snowy. All of you, snowy. Again? Yes, well done. Excellent. Now these words are going to have in this lesson. Let us start the first activity. Here we have this chant. Read, ask, and answer. After reading this chant, we are going to have questions about the chant, and I'd like you to answer these questions. Before reading the chant, let's see these pictures. In picture 1 here, we can see a woman and a boy, and he is carrying a bag. That means he's going to have a trip. So this is Salah and this is his aunt Jude. In that picture, we can see the weather is snowy and Salah is wearing certain clothes that suit this weather, which is it's cold. Let's see here in picture 3. Also, this is Salah, and he is wearing a shirt, a t-shirt, shorts, sandals, because the weather is sunny and it's very hot. Also, he is wearing a hat. This hat can protect him, will protect him from the sun. Let's see the chant. This is Salah. He is asking us to help him. I've got a trip with my aunt Jude. Please tell me what to pack. What to pack here means what to put in my bag, what to carry with me. Okay, so our answer is, it's cold and it's snowy, as you see here in the picture. So, for this reason, so you should pack. What are the things that he should pack? Gloves and a scarf and a hat. So Salah asks, gloves and a scarf and a hat? Yes, gloves and a scarf and a hat. For the second trip, so this is for the first trip. As you see in the picture, the weather is cold because it is snowy. Here in the second trip, the weather is sunny and it's hot. So he asked also us to help. I've got a trip with my aunt Jude. Please tell me what to pack. It's hot and sunny, so you should pack sandals and a t-shirt and a hat. So here we advised him to pack these things because these things suit the weather. Sandals and a hat, sandals and a t-shirt and a hat. So he asks, in order to make sure these are the things, sandals and a t-shirt and a hat. So our answer is yes, sandals and a t-shirt and a hat. Okay, now let's read together the chant. I've got a trip with my aunt Jude. Please tell me what to pack. It's cold and it's snowy, so you should pack gloves and the scarf and the hat. Gloves and the scarf and the hat? Yes, gloves and the scarf and the hat. I've got a trip with my aunt Jude. Please tell me what to pack. It's hot and sunny, so you should pack sandals and a t-shirt and a hat. Sandals and a t-shirt and a hat? Yes, sandals and a t-shirt and a hat. So this is the chant. Now we are going to have the questions. I'd like you to answer these questions from the chant. Let's see the questions. This is the first question, A. Who is Salah trips with? Can you answer the question? Of course, yes. Salah's trips are with his aunt Jude. Well done, excellent. Let's see the second question. What is the weather like for the first trip? Trip number 1. What's the weather like? Is it hot? Is it sunny? Cold? Snowy? What? Let's see your answer. The weather for the first trip is cold and snowy. Good, well done. Let's see question C. What clothes should he pack for the first trip? So we know about the weather. The weather is cold and snowy. So what clothes? Because we need to have certain clothes for the certain weather. So the clothes that suit him for this weather is, he should pack gloves and a hat and a scarf for the first trip. Let's see question D. Why does Salah need sandals for the second trip? Trip number 2. Why does he need this? He needs sandals for the second trip because the weather is hot and sunny. So sandals suit this weather. Okay? Let's move to activity 2. Point and say sentences. Here, as you see, we can see lots of clothes here, and we have 3 utterances or sentences I'd like you to complete. In hot and sunny weather, you should wear. What can you choose from here in order to help this person? In hot and sunny weather, you should wear what? In cold and snowy weather also, you should wear what? In wet and windy weather, also you should wear what? So, let's have some examples. For example, in hot and sunny weather, you should wear a blouse. You should wear a cap. You should wear a dress. You should wear a t-shirt. In cold and snowy weather, you should wear what? Something that suits this weather. You should wear a sweater, a coat, and a warm gloves. What about the wet and windy weather? In this weather, you should wear gloves, socks, and a warm hat. So let's have some examples of your answers. In hot and sunny weather, you should wear sandals. Good. Your answer is right. In cold and snowy weather, you should wear sweaters. Nice. Well done. In wet and windy weather, you should wear shoes. Excellent. Well done. Let's move to this activity, which is the first activity in your activity books. Activity A, listen, match, and write the letters. As you see here, you find 6 pictures. In each picture, you will find a type of clothes. Okay? And you have squares. These squares are empty. You are going, when you listen to the letter that describes the picture, you are going to write the letter in this square. Okay? Now, are you ready? Excellent. Now, listen. The first activity in your activity books, which is activity A, listen, match, and write the letters. You are going to listen to sentences or some words. These words will describe these pictures. When you listen to the letter and the words, just you are going to write the letter in these squares here. For example, number 1, if I say shorts for summer, A, shorts for summer, you are going to write A here in this box. Okay? Now, are you ready for the listening? Okay. Now listen. Okay. Now let's see your answers here. Yes, A is picture 6. What is picture 6? It's scarf for winter. Good, well done. Let's move to B. Look at the picture 1, and here is B. So this is shorts for summer. Well done. Let's move to C, which is picture 3. What's this? This is a warm hat. So it's a hat for summer, a hat for winter. This is a hat for winter. Good. Let's move to D, which is picture 2. These are gloves. So gloves are for winter. Excellent. Let's move to E, which is picture number 4. And here we can see these are sandals, and sandals for summer. Excellent. And the last picture, which is 5, So this is a hat, and this hat is for a sunny day. Well done. Now we finished this activity. Let's move to activity B. Okay. Here in activity B, we have two pictures. These two pictures show us the clothes that Eddie wears in summer and in winter. Do you remember Eddie? Yes, he is an English boy. Well done. So write sentences about what Eddie wears in the summer and in the winter. Let's look at picture 1. This is summer. So in summer, Eddie wears what? Can you tell us? Of course you can. He wears a cap, shorts, sandals, and a t-shirt. Let's move to picture 2. So in winter, Eddie wears what? Good. A warm hat, shoes, trousers, gloves, sweater. Also, he can wear coat. Let's see your answers. Yes. In summer, Eddie wears shorts and a cotton t-shirt. He wears sandals and a cap. When we say a cotton t-shirt, that means this t-shirt made of what? Yes, you're right. It's made of cotton. Well done. Excellent. Let's move to number 2. In winter, Eddie wears a coat, a sweater, and trousers. He also wears shoes and gloves. Excellent. Well done. Now, we finished activity B. Let's move to activity C. And as usual, activity C in your activity book is a reading activity, and you will find a very short reading or a passage, and you will find a question in order to be answered. Okay? Let's see what we have in this activity. Now let's start activity C. As usual, it's a reading activity. You will find in this activity a very short passage, and you have a question to be answered. Okay? Let's see the rubric of the activity. Read to your partner, then write and answer. I'd like you to work in pairs, okay? One is going to read, and the other is going to listen and follow. After the first one finishes, the second pupil is going to read, and the first one is going to listen. After finishing reading together, you are going to read question 1 together, and then you look at the passage and then answer the question. Okay? Let's see the passage. I am Musa. I am from Sudan. In hot weather in summer, I wear a hat, a cotton shirt, and cotton trousers. I wear sandals too. They are made of leather. In winter, I wear a coat, trousers, a sweater, socks, shoes, gloves, and a scarf. My socks, sweater, gloves, and scarf are made of wool. Okay? Do you remember the materials? Yes, you're right. You have lots of materials. One of these is wool, cotton, and also we have silk. Now, let's together read question 1. In summer, what is Musa's shirt made of? So, look at the passage to answer this question. In the passage, it is said that a cotton shirt. That means your answer is in summer, Musa's shirt is made of cotton. Well done. Now, as usual, in 2, you find the rubric, write your question here. That means each one is going to prepare a question and then write it down here in 2. From the passage, you look at the sentences and you think of a question and then you write it here. After finishing writing the question, you are going to swap your books together. So you are going to read your partner's question. After reading the question, here you are going to answer your partner's question in number 3. Okay? Now, let's have an example of one of your questions. What are his sandals made of? So the answer is, they're made of leather. Okay? By this activity, we finish this lesson, Unit 3, Lesson 4. Okay? I hope that everybody enjoys and will enjoy and benefit from this lesson. Thank you very much for your attendance. Goodbye.